you went into like what's going on here. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So you went into the pentagram ritual and looked into it.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like you're giving a you're giving a presentation on the pentagram ritual.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain some like deeper nuances of it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, what'd you learn?
What what to visualize or what that people can start to use as a basic visualization and using breath work from David Miller's books and talking about the Sandalphon and Metatron because in the Law of One, Ra talks about how you shouldn't draw anything above you, but like I'm trying to open people's minds that maybe they could experience different things if they tried the Sandalphon Metatron. You know what I mean?
Well, the reason that that's actually not part of the original ritual. That's a new thing. But the reason that is that people started doing it is because you're supposed to visualize yourself on the Kabbalistic tree of life, and the reason you invoke it is because you're supposed to be standing with your back towards the tree of life, and if you above you is Kether, and Metatron is the archangel of Kether, and then you're standing at you want to be standing in Tiferet, and below you is the earth, Sandalphon, Malkuth. So
Uh,
that's the
you're saying you're supposed to turn around
no.
facing
You would
east?
you would visualize yourself. You're on. Let's say you're on the Kabbalistic tree of life. You put yourself you like let's say it's like on the wall. Well, you would turn around facing away from it and back yourself into it, and then look out from it. I say, bro, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's the
get
reason why.
people to visualize the blue and red at the sides when they're doing the Kabbalistic cross. Like basically, it's very similar. It's going to be very similar to how like Marcus did it, but I'm going to try to make it more active, where it's like a weekly hangout thing where people will have a different topic or do a different kind of ritual each week, and I'll have made the explanations of what we're doing and get people to like. My goal would be to get people to do it together, the earthwork, and then move on through each element and then do like planetary shit. Like once people experience the middle pillar, I think that's gonna change, open some minds in a sense.
I really like the doing the 11-fold seal, or where it's like you invoke all the whole tree of life. You say the Kabbalistic names of God for all 10 Sephiroth plus the Da'ath.
The longer middle pillar, is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not really a middle pillar though, because the middle pillar is you're saying the divine names of the middle the middle pillar on the tree of life.
Full tree of life.
But it's like
Extra.
the full tree of life is like that's called the 11-fold seal. That's what Crowley called it, because you're including the 11th Sephiroth the Doth.
But I'm just gonna teach them the basics. It's gonna be like people that are just scared to do it, and they're like coming from a Christian Law of One background, or they're just like armchairs about it. They know of it. They'd like to know more. Get
Right.
familiar with like maybe they're afraid to pronounce the names.
Yeah.
And I think when they do it as a group, there's going to be an energy to it that'll spark something in some of them that will want to learn more. And I have a feeling long term, if I have a group of 30 people that are really interested in these weekly magic things, that it could turn into like making money in a sense, not like Marcus, but like in a more ethical way that I feel ready for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Uh, he charges a lot of money for what he does, dude.
But I want to bring like the technical aspect to it, where I'm like presenting. There's like quizzes. You hop into like small groups in the different Zoom calls. You know, you have the Zoom rooms, and you can like have a group of people practicing whatever together, talking about it. You know, helping them journal and having people share about their experiences, so you can like offer teach learnings.
I like it, dude. I fucking like it.
I have one buddy. Because I got inspired by I was reading this quote where they were talking about, they asked this question in a channeling, said like, what's the meaning of life, like how do you know what your purpose is? And they said the purpose of life is to follow your song of service. And they said what your song of service is, that which you obsess over. So whatever you obsess over is your life path. That's what you're meant to do. Go follow that intuition, like that's like your will. So you obsess over teaching and talking about magic, and I obsess over Law of One, magic, tarot, all that. But I feel like I've learned so much. I just need to share it too, and if I can share it freely, eventually people will want to like pay me.
Yeah, man. I I have a website that I wanna use to do something with. I don't know.
I feel like if I can change people's lives, they'll like they'll see me changing with them too. That'll like be this mind blowing experience. Like if I could actually get a few people to do a detox or a fast with me, or you know, do a regular workouts and magic. I feel like these will be like these core people that'll want to follow you or be disciples and teach learners, because it'll have changed their life doing like the earth grade magic.
Yeah, I was talking to Vinny. That's the reason why I made the Telegram. What's up, baby? The reason I made the Telegram thing is because I think to make the full pentagram, you have to have the spirit in there. And dude, the greater ritual of the pentagram is fucking, or supreme ritual. I think that's like a completely dope thing that if you do that for like every day for quite a while, it's very, very dope.
I'm hoping that just doing this pentagram ritual will open people's minds to doing others, and then it's like, all right, we've got the same group of people here each week. Why don't we just do the supreme version? It's just a little bit longer, and that'll really like change lives too.
I'm of the idea that you don't need you don't need that hierarchy that the old groups like made out of. I'm under I mean, it's that group that I have on Telegram is going to remain small, because it's only like real C people that that I'm involved. I am interested in talking to even, and like I think that starting with the greater ritual of the pentagram, like the learning the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, of course, is like the standard type of thing, and then you introduce the invoking form of it.
But
But
even just doing LBRP makes this like willpower like spark within you, so that's gonna get people interested.
yeah, dude, and that it's what I say is like after maybe after 6 months of doing the lesser ritual of the pentagrams, you could like people that have just started it could start just doing the supreme, or not, maybe not the supreme, but the greater ritual of the pentagram. What separates the two is the Enochian. The supreme uses the Enochian, the greater ritual doesn't. And it,
What are your thoughts of when you're doing the LBRP? If you're always doing it from like the Earth perspective versus doing it from the actual element that like the Lima teaches,
yeah, so good question. That's a good.
because
Uh,
that's wanted to explain the difference. Like I noticed it was more powerful, but you could still do some banishing with the Earth if you're just doing basic. You know, it's easy
okay,
to. It's how I would teach it the first time, but I would love to get people to try it other ways,
well,
like deeper
picture
version.
yourself. Picture yourself. Uh, your aura, your auric or etheric body, right? That picks up all that all this dense negative shit. Well, think of that as like not circulating correctly your whole life, and then you do the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, and it all that stuff starts to kind of slip away, and you start to basically you ascend in consciousness, right? Like the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram does just that. Is it? And you're doing it from the earth perspective. You're talking like using from the left hip and going up.
Yeah, like I would like to teach it that way first, but I
Yeah,
think the more powerful version would be to do it starting from like left shoulder
yeah,
to air.
yeah. Uh, both,
But I don't know how to explain it in a sense that
both,
why they
both.
would do it that way.
So here's what it is that it's how you it's how you it's how your it's what your intention is, right? So your intention with the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, uh, if you haven't practiced it in a while, or you're just starting to do it, your body has to get used to that. So and you have to banish all the dense negative shit that surrounds your physical body first in order to be able to be a like a vessel of power, because you're supposed to be circulating and invoking chi, uh, and gathering chi and using chi to direct that excess chi into certain areas, so like it doesn't blow out your chakra points and shit, right? So you have to. It's a cautionary thing to do the banishing ritual from the earth perspective, uh, first for a while before you start in like banishing or invoking just certain elements. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're saying just do it from the Earth perspective for a while until you've built up this inner bit to handle it.
Yeah, yeah. That's why. That's what it is. Because I had the when I was learning it, bro. I had the same question when I learned was when I was like learning. I was like, why is everyone doing it? But you see like adepts like talk about how they do it from that perspective, and it from the Earth perspective still. And what they say is that basically, if you want to be doing like the greater ritual of the pentagram more, like when you become more adept at it, you want to do the greater ritual of the pentagram, and like so when you do the greater ritual of the pentagram, you're invoking from the or banishing from that elemental point of whatever you're doing, whatever the element is. Uh, and the reason adepts still do the LBRP, like before starting a ritual, they do the LBRP from the Earth perspective, and then they'll do like the greater ritual of the pentagram. So as you progress in it, uh, it actually becomes an important tool to either banish or invoke elements within your vicinity.
I don't think there's gonna be that much to it. I'd like to run through it quickly and then have
Yeah.
people ask
No, I
questions.
was just talking about like
But I
I
do
don't
want to
know.
mention those things. Like if you wanted to be there to talk about that, that'd be awesome. Technically, it's gonna be on a Saturday, so people can like stay and hang out longer and uh, I guess learn more.
What, it's on Zoom?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Zoom. Can I get a Zoom account thing?
Hell yeah, bro.
But it's gonna be the social thing too. So like if you were free to join on like Mondays and Saturdays,
Yeah, bro.
gonna be other people there, different topics.
Who's who's studying this shit?
What do you mean?
Like who's like who have you invited to this?
Basically, everyone in the Law of One groups that I've been going to weekly, which is like Seattle Law of One, uh, where like 30 or 40 different people show up usually to each meeting.
Hell yeah. Hmm.
But I wouldn't say all of them are into magic. There's a guy named Anthony. There's a lady in Europe named Andy, and Ashley. She does magic, and a couple other people are familiar with it. But everyone's probably going to be mostly newbies wanting to get into it.
That's cool, man. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be there for that. What so I don't even know what day it is, man. What day is it?
What day is it today? Or
It's Saturday,
it's the
right?
28th. Yeah,
And you
it's
wanted
about to be Sunday.
you you're doing that this Monday?
I'm doing it in a Saturday in February. I'm waiting until the year of the snake hits because
Oh,
I'm not
that's
doing
cool.
shit in the year of the dragon.
Hmm.
But I haven't decided because I've got the part of the presentation ready. I uh, I want to do it in a special way, so it's like I'm actually presenting, and then I push a button, and then the speaker can join, or whoever's talking.
Mm-hmm.
So it, and then you have like lower thirds that pop in, and you could pull like a keynote PowerPoint, but with your face on the side during the Kabbalistic cross
Oh,
talking
that's cool, dude.
portion.
Is that with like the did you
It's
pay
like
for
the
like a premium version of fucking Zoom?
no, you know how? Have you ever heard of OBS? It's like a software on your program, but there's another one called Ecamm Live, and you can get like a 14-day free trial and still do live. So you can set everything up and then just make a new trial account.
Hmm. Hell yeah,
But
dude.
if it becomes too much, I'll just do a PowerPoint and then talk. But I feel like people would like to see overlays, and then there's buttons where you can like pull comments from chat on screen. So it's like when you're responding, people aren't like, "What is he talking about?" Yeah, he's clearly answering. Whoever's speaking is answering this question on screen from the Zoom chat.
Hell yeah, man.
You sitting out by the pool? You got any weed?
Yeah, I'm smoking a joint.
I need to get more.
I got one of the gas station joints. It's good. It's good, dude.
I've been going to this like regular smoke shop, and they sell like real marijuana like behind the counter. They're just like hush hush about it. I
Yeah,
think a
dude.
lot of smoke shops do that.
They call it THCA, which is all weed. That's tetrahydrocannabinol acid. And then when you light it on fire, it becomes tetrahydrocannabinol 9. And so basically, due to the 2018 Farmers Bill and Hemp Act, that's you can legally sell weed, dude. Like the gas station up the street from me sells fucking weed out of you like literally they pull out the scale and it's like that's
I'd say like Persians or something. They got a different skin tone, but I wouldn't say Indians or Greeks.
Indians for show. Yeah, dude. That's where you want to go.
Yeah, that's over by you.
Yeah.
Same sort of setup, just different group of people.
It's awesome, man. You they're selling weed and it's completely legal, bro. I was thinking about this earlier because I bought some pre-rolled shits and I'm completely stoned off of it, man. Uh, and it's not like it's not a dirty high or anything. It's just it's real weed, dude. Uh, but it's THCA. If they just call it that, dude. But check this out. This is completely legal, right? So you could buy if if you didn't have a medical card, you could just buy weed and shit off the street and just put it in these types of things, and you can't. You're not. You would never get fucked with for weed or anything because you could still get in trouble if you have weed.
You
Uh,
just got to keep it an original package. Yeah.
yeah.
So what books have you been reading lately? I know you were talking about you're reading like 5 books.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, pretty stoned right now.
You're good.
What? Let's see. Oh
I'm
yeah.
reading the chat. I'm looking at Green Onions posting a lot.
Oh, I was trying to not. I get caught up in the chat and I fucking lose my place. Bro. Well, I made the Societas Hakafalos because um, Vinny was like talking about the invoking, doing the Bornless one and shit, and he was asking me about it, and it got me to start thinking really about what if there was an initiatory program where you learn the like quote unquote greater rituals right away, and including like doing the bornless ritual like a couple times a week at least.
To build miasma. Is that what the bornless does?
What did you what did you say?
Does it build miasma? Have you heard of that term in
Uh,
magic?
yeah,
Good miasma, bad miasma.
it's what I was talking about when I was saying like why you do the earth banishing ritual. It clears the miasma. It's dense shit that gets caught in your etheric field, right? Yeah.
I heard Crowley did all these drugs and that special Abra Malin ritual, and he did it like almost backwards in a sense, where he was doing all these fucked up things, building miasma as he's trying to contact his holy guardian angel, but he's doing it the wrong way in a sense where it's like God or his holy guardian angel or his other self, pulled him and it's like, all right, I have to like let him meet his holy guardian angel because he's just fucked. His path is just fucked. And I was starting to think about it from that sense, like instead of him doing it the normal way, like he just got it because he did all these fucked things because I don't know. I thought it was an interesting way to think about it. I heard this lady talk about it on YouTube. She did like a podcast. Trying to think of her name. I'm sure you've seen her videos.
A lady talking about
Yeah,
Crowley?
yeah. Let me see if I can find the link.
I don't know, man. Aleister Crowley was, as an individual, was a complete fucking cocksucker. Like, a really bad dude. But he was so insane that he actually, like, his writings are amazing. Uh, but he was, like, not a good guy to, like, want to follow. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never was ever interested in joining like any OTO things or anything like that. Um, like his information was awesome, but the shit that he actually like the shit that he would do, the things that he did were not good. But he knew if you know the seven Hermetic laws, that's why you study the Kabbalion or you know what I mean, the Hermetic uh, and you understand the universal natural laws, you can circumvent certain things from happening, and you are building bad karma. It's just you don't think you are, and you don't get smacked. You don't get smacked, and like right away. Like it's called selling your soul, dude.
Right.
What is Christ saying in the Bible? He says, "For what is it to gain the whole world but lose your soul?" Uh, so no, bro, that's not good, Adam. You don't build miasma to be such a fucked up person to have God.
Where you fuck up so much where God's like, all right, I have to,
Oh my
help
god,
this person
it's
out.
that it's funny. It's funny, and if that's what Crowley actually believed, bro, uh, that'd be fucking hilarious, dude. But uh,
Here, I found it. I'm gonna send the link in the Telegram. That Darling, have you ever heard of her on YouTube?
oh yeah, dude, yeah, bro.
I thought it was an interesting podcast though. Like they talked about the different versions of the Bornless and the Headless ritual, and like what Lima believes, and what Golden Dawn and what she believes, and then they talked about Crowley's story of the miasma.
Damn, yeah. She's cool, man. Um, she's very learned in the occult arts. She's a Thelemite,
She used to be.
or
She
she
stepped
used to be.
away from it. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
dude,
was
you'll see
been
that. You'll
posting a
see
bunch.
all Thelemites do. They everyone steps away for, especially OTO, man, because the OTO is just it's a fucking sex cult. Girls that join it, they get sexually assaulted, man. It's not cool. It's really not cool. Uh, and it's a homosexual sex cult at that.
I hope not.
No, it is like that's the 11th degree is fucking having getting anally you getting
Oh,
penetrated.
everyone needs to experience that at some point.
It's what Crowley did to cross the to invoke the abyss, and like uh, he did it in the desert with
Isaac, the guy that wrote the gold green brick,
no Israel Bagardi. No,
Israel Lagarde.
that was his secretary. No, his gay like slave boy that he would like test out sex magic on. I forget what his name was. He left that dude in pieces. Like the guy was like in psych ward for the rest of his life after like like Crowley used him up. I forget his name, man. But fuck, man, that's it. God damn it, I can't remember. What is that guy's name?
There, let me look it up in ChatGPT. Uh, Guy who fucked Aleister Crowley in the desert.
Yeah, they were crossing the desert. They were in Africa, the Sahara, dude. They walked across the Sahara desert, and Aleister
Oh, this
Crowley.
content is violates policy. Fuck. Uh, that's so dumb.
What is Anyways,
Dude.
what happened was basically he had a this the kid was a devout follower.
Mohammed Ben something.
Huh? No,
Is his name Mohammed? No.
no.
Satan knows all.
Chat GPT didn't have the results.
Yeah, it said we can't tell you. This violates our policy.
Just
I would have had to
word it
I said
differently. You
fucked.
fucking you lazy motherfucker.
Had sex with.
No. You don't word it like that, bro. Aleister Crowley's magical student.
Okay.
Remember the four laws of the Sphinx, man. To know, to will, to dare, and to keep silence. And the the to will part, to do, you must do things. To you, all things are possible, dude. But you have to have the magical will.
All right. It was in the vision and the voice.
Yes. Yep.
Is it Victor Benjamin Nurburg?
Nurburg. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yep. Neuberg is some. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, dude.
Nurburg.
What? Like, ask Chat GPT if it could tell you how what happened when Aleister Crowley and Victor Neuberg invoked Coronzon.
I'm horrible speller, but ChatGPT is like, just so you know, it's spelled like this. It attacked Nurburg.
Yeah. Like, read it aloud, dude. I love
At
this
some
story.
point, someone stepped out of the triangle.
The trying. Yeah.
So
Uh,
he was just freaked out and stepped back. He had his magical dagger, but they don't say what happened. They compelled Coranzon to retreat back into the triangle. And I guess he did that by like saying, "Okay, I'll step into the abyss and like see what's up in your world if you step back into your triangle." How do you recall it?
I'll be. Hold on one second. I have to go. I have to go on DuckDuckGo because, dude, Google sucks. Don't use Google because they don't. It's all paid advertisement on their searches, dude. So you don't
Yeah.
get any information. DuckDuckGo is better. You get better results. But I'm gonna pull up the actual uh, content and send it to you so you can read it out aloud. Like the content that it's. Hold on.
All right. There. YouTube. Just go back and copy it. Have a good night. He'll be back in a minute. Green Onion, where are you from? Okay. I wear a red shirt because I'm born in the year of the dog, and that's my lucky color, red, green, and purple. And it's the year of the dragon, so it's like good luck. But yeah. What about gathering? I feel like this mic sucks. Not sure how to change it. Yeah. I don't personally like to watch lives, but I like to do lives when people are prepared. It's a smaller channel too. Sometimes you can't like break free will and answer things and talk about things unless people are ready to hear that information or ask the question in a way they phrase it from their current understanding. So not that many people are seeking this kind of stuff. Gnosticism? I don't know. Um, Definitely some sort of hermetics, and there's like the left hand path and the right hand path, and then there's like the middle path. And I'm from like a law of one perspective. The channeled material by the sixth density entity that goes by the name of raw, meaning it's like raw information. But inside of the raw material, they talk a lot about practical white magic. So I got into like the Golden Dawn stuff, and there's this like relearning that a lot of people have to do. And once you realize like how you actually balance the lower three, because I have this firm believing that you can't be like blocked in any chakra, you can only be imbalanced. So it's very important to balance the lower three to start to live out of the heart, because in the heart, that's like knowing and understanding and unconditional love. But a lot of people like to think they've already made it there. And there's this like work you have to do to go balance the primary energy centers before you can open yourself to be ready for that and have practical things you do in your life. What are you from? What's your background? Where did you have like an awakening, or you've been looking for a while? Jeff went to like go grab a book to share, but he said he's coming back in a bit. Welcome. Okay, I'm not. I know atheist is a thing, but polytheist is also a thing. Um, not sure all that. I believe there's like this such thing as service to others and service to self, and you can graduate this density by like doing physical acts of service with intention, and you only need 50. 1% to graduate on the positive path, positive conscious acts coming from the heart, and then you need like 95% to graduate negative. But there's a lot of people in this world that are in the sinkhole of indifference where they haven't like chosen a path, and that what we're experiencing in this density of thought realm, light realm is like the path of choosing. So we're all learning which path is ours. Is it the right hand or the left hand path, or a little of both, and just lean one way more towards the other. But I definitely believe in the Thelemite like ways, like we're all gods that have come here in a sense. Like they definitely got some good things about them, but not everything. Yeah, do what thou will. I had this understanding recently listening to this quote channeling, and they talked about like what is how to what your path is, what your purpose in this realm is, and they said that it's following your song of service. And then they asked like, what is the song of service? And they said like that what you obsess over. So whatever you obsess over is your path. Yeah, I've made some AI art, but there's so many little small topics in between that if you were to like generate a separate prompt for each of them, it could be a lot. Like you would definitely need to prepare in a sense. And we all have busy lives. Unless you had like a Discord or something where people could help create that were willing to do that as a helping, like if you're open to it. Blast shared to chat rooms. There's a quite a bit of community that are always doing like weekly Zooms and stuff talking about these doing rituals together. You don't have to be in an order if you find the right Facebook groups, and if you're interested in that, people are definitely doing this kind of stuff. I mean, everyone wants to monetize at some point, but if you're definitely you want to get paid to do it as you're doing it. Some people hire a like a some guy in India or Philippines to like do your be a virtual assistant, and that may be a way of like just paying a couple bucks and then being able to do these things you're talking about. I gotta take a piss though, so reach out to Jeff, see when he's coming back. I don't know if he's talking or if his camera looks frozen to y'all. There we go. He's back.
Look, man, I'm looking for the I was looking through the vision and the voice. It's a fucking crazy text with Aleister Crowley explaining everything that he saw through each of the calling. It's called the calling of the 30 Aethers. It's Enochian working. Very weird, but I couldn't find
Yeah, thank you.
Zoom
You couldn't
sound.
find the part?
Yeah,
Oh, good. Had to do control find this special kind of way. I know you don't got a computer, and that's gotta like suck.
yeah.
Does your girl let you use her computer when you're over there, or she's on it?
She has it belongs to her work and shit.
Oh, that kind of computer. I thought she had a gaming setup.
No, well, she could play. She's played games on that. I think I don't know. I actually
Oh, that's
don't know.
wild. I thought about getting a second computer soon because I realized when you're presenting this like stuff in Zoom that if you have a second computer to do all that, then your main computer's not going to get all hot and bothered. I don't think it has to be anything fancy.
Dude, it's hard as fuck trying to like. I'm trying to like build my website, and it's hard. It's interesting doing it from off the cell phone. It
Oh, you were
presents.
doing it on the computer before when you had your laptop?
Oh no, man! I made a website with just my phone, dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Illusion of the Abyss, man. That website is. I did it all from my phone.
Got it bookmarked.
Ooh yeah.
All right. What the hell? Undo. Mm, there. I'm glad to catch up with you. I've missed talking with you. I haven't talked to you in like a month.
Yeah, dude. That's. I started get like fuck. I started getting like all that swelling and shit in my feet and my back hurting like about a month ago. I just I've been like fucking not feeling good for like a month. Tomorrow's Matt's thing, like funeral or something. Whatever.
They're doing it in town.
Yeah,
Are you getting some of his ashes? You gonna bring a little vial?
I don't know.
Do some magic. You feel him? Have you sensed him? Like they say, you got 40 days when you pass over, so you can still hang out a little bit.
Nah, man.
What do you?
It's it's like highly upsetting, dude. I was like pretty numb when my mom told me about it because like I had already considered him like I crossed him. I saw him. He decayed into like a walking nothing, like a skeleton, dude. Like he looked like he was gonna die of just like not taking care of himself and shooting drugs every day. So when I got the news, I was like, yeah, makes sense, right? But it's just been hitting me like more and more, like how much, dude. Like uh, we were friends for a long time, man. He was like
y-
one of my best friends.
Y'all would have made up eventually if he didn't fuck around, find out.
I told him just like I told him like he needed to fucking like he needed to get into like a do a Suboxone thing or like stop doing like street drugs, dude. Like go to a treatment program and get Suboxone, man, and fucking stop doing this. And he just wouldn't stop like being doing whatever, like being a gay prostitute and like it was crazy, bro.
I wonder if it was like a money thing. If this guy was like, "All right, this guy's not leaving."
No, dude, it was Matt had a fucking you know you would ask me about him.
He's a Scorpio.
Remember you would ask you asked me I like I told you he was out of his mind because and he would be out of his mind with everybody, bro. So uh and he started getting his boyfriend like really down the rabbit hole to drugs. So his boyfriend probably fucking uh he probably I'm sure he killed him. Um, but you don't kill somebody without war. Like the guy was probably like not in his right mind, and Matt would say crazy shit, dude. He would like just because he was like gay and shit, like that's you know, but like he thought like I don't know what he thought like because he would talk any kind of way to people. It was like I don't know, man.
Definitely likes to push buttons and test people.
Yep, yeah, dude, it was crazy. I genuinely wanted to kill him, like on the way home from Louisiana. Fuck man.
Yeah, I did mushrooms that weekend, and I was wishing you would stop by because I was like, "You guys are passing through anyways." But I know you guys were tired.
No, the truck kept dying, dude. It took like 9 hours to get home because the truck kept stalling out. So like when you remember you called like right we were like we had just stalled out and I was like, dude, we're on the side of 75. That happened like 10 more times, bro.
Yeah, and I heard you guys were dead tired when you got back home.
Yeah, dude. I had to like stay up and like make sure Matt wasn't knocking off at the wheel. It was, dude. That was the craziest. It was the most insane fucking thing. It like it really like cemented the fact that like he had like no caution for life at all. Like like
I find it hard driving more than 3 hours at a time straight up, though.
bro, he had been up for like a week and he was like on fucking all types of drugs, dude. Like it was insane. He didn't even share his drugs. He was like the fucking he'd become like an addict to the point where he was like lying. Like, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I don't have anything," and he'd be like fucking like in the bathroom shooting up like all types of shit. And fucking be like fucking I don't know, man. He was out of his goddamn mind. Yeah.
So, you excited then for the funeral? You gonna cry? Are you a laugher? Are you a crier?
I don't know, man.
Have you been to many funerals?
Yeah, dude. I don't. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. They. It's. It's gonna be weird.
I'm a laugher. I find death hilarious, but that's super fucked.
Yeah, it is, but it's like. Oh, it's different. Like your best friend dies. Like I knew that dude for since the first day of high school, and he lived with us for many, like throughout the years. Like he lived with us for long periods of time throughout the years, dude. It sucks. It's just now like really hitting me, kinda.
I remember he told me this story of when you first found out that he was gay, and the way he described it, you had this like big fit that you were like, I can't believe you didn't trust me to tell me that you're gay, like, and it was this journey for you.
I knew he was gay the first day I met him. He was
Oh
obviously
well.
gay. He was obviously gay, dude. It was like
But when he first came out to you, do you remember that?
yeah,
You finding out or him telling you?
yeah. I guess I was like pissed off at him because like I was like, yeah, dude, I know. I was like, you tried to hide who you were, you fuck, and the only person that you were lying to was yourself. Because everybody knew that he was gay, dude. Like he was flamboyantly fucking homosexual. So it sucks. It just that it's it's like really just now hitting home like fucking I don't know, man.
Is your best friend, bro? One of your best friends in IRL.
Yeah, sucks, man. Really sucks. But he lived a lifestyle that is unsustainable.
It's a fun lifestyle for a time.
No, it's not.
I imagine some parts, but yeah, a lot of us come here on Earth and we have our, what do you call it? Like little addictions, and for some people that's smoking, what do you call it? Tobacco or vaping or sucking their thumb and chewing their nails. And some people it's like doing harder drugs because this reality is really hard to deal with. Like
Oh yeah,
we're still choosing a path, and whether that path is gonna lead you somewhere, you're gonna find that eventually if you follow it.
it wasn't really the drugs as much as the that what he was doing, bro. He was a prostitute, like a. But he wasn't even making money. He was just addicted to drugs so much that he would like fucking do like sexual acts for like drugs. He would get paid in drugs. He wouldn't even make money. I would I would yell at him sometimes. Like I would ask him like how much money does he have, and he'd be like, I don't have any money. And I was like, dude, you're going out on your quote unquote dates, which is what a prostitute calls, hooking up with their clients, and he would he was a proper prostitute. I've seen like in action every single night. He'd be going to orgies shit and like it just crazy fucking shit. And he did this forever, dude. He's been doing that shit forever, bro. But it was like a lifestyle that you can't live like that forever, man.
You gotta have some sort of purpose or like genuine like direction, like
Yeah,
even if it's far away or
his goal,
passion about,
his
and
his
if
all
people
his
don't have that.
like his goal, dude, was like legitimate. He told me that he wanted to go back to San Francisco and live on the streets again. Like that was his true will. Cool. Fucking dude, it was insane, man. Like for real, I was like, I'm pretty libertarian, man. Like I'm like, yeah, dude, if that's what you want to do, bro. But like for that one, I was like, bro, you're out of your mind, man. Like your big thing is you want to go back to being homeless on the streets of San Francisco. and just do fentanyl every day. Smoke fentanyl out of like an aluminum foil pipe. That's what he legitimately wanted to do.
Can't knock it.
Like, so he was at a point in his life where I don't know if he had he all right, like this is the way I see it, is that if you have no purpose, bro, for reals have no purpose, you're just the universe, in my perspective,
Will take you out.
the universe does not tolerate inertia for too long.
I thought about that like from the Bible perspective when they talk about this fence post. If you're not God doesn't, God wants to be loved, but more than anything, God wants you to choose love yourself or love other people more. And if you don't choose that and you just keep in this limbo state, then God is like, nah, those people are gone.
Like people take themselves out, man.
It's all pre-incarnated to a degree, like it's whatever karma you've built in past in this life. We don't see death often enough. I listened to this podcast a while back where this guy went to Russia to work seasonally to help, herd a pack of reindeer throughout Russia. Like they do this for a living and they like hunt them as they go and sell the furs and stuff. But they talk about people dying like constantly, like it takes a rough person to come out here, chop your own wood and not, kill yourself while you're out there in this woods of Russia, hunting reindeer.
That'd be awesome, dude. That gives you purpose, though. You
They
see,
talk about it and it's very like thrilling because you have a lot of time to think about when you are back in the city and connected to internet, like who you want to contact, what you want to say because you've spent a lot of time meditating and contemplating while you're out there alone without these worldly distractions. But they did talk about like how every now and then they'd come across a town and the town would heavily get drunk every night. Like there's just so much alcohol in every small town that they just piss their lives away in a sense because they're not the ones like hunting the reindeer. They just choose to live in these small towns throughout Russia.
yeah. Alcoholism is a big deal in Russia.
Alcohol is different in like different states. I feel like certain states tend to drink a lot more. Like in Florida, we have liquor stores, and because people have to go into a separate store that's like that much one more thing that people are not gonna go buy alcohol. Or you'll have those wine moms more in Florida because they can just get wine in the regular store, or beer. But people that want like hard liquor, you gotta go into a liquor store. And then if you go to like Nebraska, they'll just have liquor store at the back next to all your other sodas and stuff. It's just the next aisle over.
Oh, for real?
So people have it much easier. They're just like it's just your normal shopping. You put a bottle. You don't gotta like
Yeah,
hide it in a special store.
yeah.
But people drink a lot more there because of lax laws like that. But just one more step, like having to go in a liquor store would make people drink less. It's just kind of wild.
Oh, well, that's not true, man. It wouldn't make people drink less, bro. Uh, you've never you never been addicted to alcohol, huh?
I don't like the taste.
Yeah, like when you when you are an alcoholic, like you'll do whatever you need to get booze, dude.
I feel like now this new drug that they call Ozempic. Have you heard of that? People
Yeah.
taking that to lose weight. You'll
Mm-hmm.
have a lot more people that are just alcoholics. They're like, "Oh, let me lose weight while still drinking alcohol."
I mean, you can live a long time as an alcoholic, but in a certain sense, you do become possessed by spirits. Um,
Will they eat at you on the inside?
you'll see, like in Voodoo culture in Santeria, um, the like a priest or a high priestess will consume a whole, um, like what is it, 250 milliliter, like size bottle of like Everclear, which is almost 100% alcohol, and they'll invoke the spirit that's what they call in their head. When you're born, you have one of the seven planetary spirits that rule over you.
How do you know which one's that? Is that your sun sign?
The priestess tells you.
Like he'll look at your chart, or he'll just know.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Um, I'm not that versed in that culture. I've only read. I know like you know, just a general overview of it. But there's like seven orishas, what they call the orishas, and they you'll see that, you see it over and over again in all the religions and shit. There's going to be like seven angels or seven orishas, or you know what, they probably do bring up they probably do because like the high priests and priestesses would know like general occultism, and astrology is always a part of any type of esoteric occult society. Any priesthood is going to know about the planets, because the planets are dimensions, or they're realms of consciousness and thought. There's this awesome ass movie called, oh shit, what's that called? The Holy Mountain by uh, Jordowski. Uh, and it goes through that. It goes through that whole, like, it talks about all like the seven planets and the realms of the seven planets and shit. And like it's like an occult movie. It's about like the tarot and the planets, but it's pretty cool. You should. I'll send you a link to it,
Yeah, I just looked it up on YouTube.
bro. It's awesome. But yeah, they'll drink like a whole thing of Everclear, which would like black out anyone, and they let their Orisha like take over their body. It's like being blackout drunk, and what's going on psychologically is like you're letting your subconscious be like take the driver's seat, because your subconscious knows like everything, because it's part of the collective. It's like an AI bot. And
The racial mind.
subconscious mind, it's connected to the quantum field. It's like your mind is like a quantum computer. Magic is kind of like being able to program your quantum computer. But these people don't have hangovers, and after like 6 hours, like, you know, they'll be like reading people's futures and shit. But after like about 6 to 8 hours, the spirit leaves, and they go back to being completely normal and shit. And like, I like watched a documentary about it. It was very weird, because it definitely, these people don't, it's not like they sober up, like, but like they're still kind of fucked up and I need to get some like pizza and go to bed, man. Nah, like they're just completely fine. They go, it's like the spirit leaves them, and they go back to just having like general consciousness. Pretty cool, man. But yeah, there's occult past like in every culture, man, and they're all kind of at their core, they're all kind of, they share the same kind of the same fundamental beliefs, such as like the 7 Hermetic laws of the Kabbalion. Those are natural, universal laws that, when you look at the universe from that perspective, things make a little more sense, and it explains the quote unquote supernatural, and it makes everything not occulted anymore. It's not hidden from your view. You can see the esoteric parts of things once you know the real natural laws of the universe. In every occult society, priesthoods and shit, all believe in those 7 Hermetic principles. And then most practice astrotheurgy, which is like connecting with the divinity through the planets. And then fucking connecting with the constellations and the stars and shit. That's what all these occult societies break down to.
I think in Law of One, they have seven. They have a significator of the mind, a transformation of the mind, the great way, and they do that for the body and the spirit too. So there's also the catalyst of the mind, and the potentiator of the mind, and the matrix of the mind. But that's also like tarot in a sense. They say that you'll naturally be drawn to either to like tarot, astrology, or the tree of life. And to some people, it's a mix. But you should like study one and learn it completely, and then once you feel like you're ready, you can dive into the other if they're calling you.
Well, what happens is once you master one, you start to see the correspondence between all three,
Right.
and the other two are not as hard to understand anymore. Once you master just one of them, yeah, that is true, bro. Because that's how I started. That's how I learned.
The Egyptians, when they originally made their cards on the walls, they
Hmm.
had stars in the background, like for astrology, for each of the cards.
Yeah,
But when they channeled the raw collective consciousness, they told them to remove the astrology part out of the tarot cards in their version because they said it would confuse people because not all of them are correct. Like they went as far as to say like the justice and strength were switched long, long ago just to confuse people. That like this like the elites did this years ago so that people wouldn't for sure be able to like actually learn if they switched stuff, around. But that's like also with the blinds, spiritual blinds and
yeah,
blinds and books. It's like this free will bit you have to go and study on your own because it piques curiosity.
yeah. Well, like the truth resonates with people, and when something doesn't resonate with you, you have to have like the willpower to fucking be like, well, I this doesn't make sense. I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, piquing curiosity. I think that's what most of these occult societies do. Because yeah, they do rituals and stuff together a little bit, but like really, it's a solo mission at the end of the day because it's alchemy of the spirit and the soul.
The way Law of One talks about their tarot cards is that you have seven of the body, seven of the mind, and seven of the spirit. But the last one for each of them is the great way, meaning you've processed the other six, and that's you've now culminated them into the one card because they call them complex concepts. That's what the tarot is. It's a depiction of a visualization given long, long ago that has complex concepts
Yeah,
scattered throughout them if you were able to study and meditate on them if you have questions about all parts of the cards to find your own understanding. But they say that this anything that is a catalyst of the spirit, if it's not processed, it's given to the mind. And if it's not processed in the mind, then it's given to the body as like a more permanent thing. That's what all these like cancers and diseases sicknesses people have because they haven't processed some spiritual issue that was also a mental issue before, and now it's given to the body. So you have to think of things in a sense of like, yes, you know the tarot cards, but then look at the tarot cards of spirit and then write down what you should and shouldn't be processing, and then see if there's already in your mind or body, all these issues you're having. If you were free of catalysts, you'd be self-healed, you wouldn't have any issues. You'd be like your own healer, like the Abramelin and the mage and shit.
It wasn't that these people were impervious to the human condition. It's just that these people of the past, like, are you gonna write how are you gonna write about like how you fucking felt like a failure that day or something? You know what I'm saying? Probably not. When you're talking about how awesome you are, when you're like, we're talking like back in the day, like that, like books were the only form of entertainment for a long time. So you're always like the path is always going to be wavy. It's not a to B place. It's a lot like the Tao Te Ching, man. Read that, bro. I've read it several times on like lives. The whole book.
Don't they have a lot of divination in there? Where they
Not really. It teaches you how to think. Um, and it brings up, like, if you studied magic and you read the Tao Te Ching, you know exactly what it's talking about. Because once you know magic at a certain level, you can understand like the esoteric content of something far easier.
okay.
But yeah, the Tao Te Ching, it's spelled Tao.
Yeah, I just looked it up on YouTube.
It's pretty dope, man. It also teaches how to rule people. It's like a book of kings. But it's really talking about how to rule yourself. But also it's talking about how to really rule people. It's the same applications. It's cool because it's like it has levels. There's like layers to like the understanding of like every every little every page of the Tao Te Ching is like a poem, and it kind of it's informing you of like an occult concept, but also of a tangible physical concept as well. So it like goes in between worlds just with its words, dude, which is a pretty awesome thing to be able to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it later. It's like 2 hours long. Richard said the abyss is real. Don't go there. I think it'll be a real fun trip, but scary too. But you gotta like go into it, let it happen.
How to deal with the abyss is to be empty. That's why like the Eastern monks would say, like, you have to be empty and you have to have no attachments. A certain kind of detachment from what's going on around you or to you, and arrange or gaining equanimity, which is like a certain perspective and state of mind that's unshakable. It's kind of like Stoic philosophy, but like that's what kind of being empty is like not having such an attachment to everything.
Like I am passing a tree. I am walking. I am opening the fridge. It's like this emptiness, like another person's perspective.
It's also quiet of the mind. You would like you don't even you wouldn't even be saying that, like your mind is just completely zen. So when you walk into the abyss, there's nothing for the abyss to take from you, because it's like getting robbed and you got nothing in your pockets.
Need to find a toothpick.
The Ars Notoria is cool.
What'd you get out of that?
At first glance, it seems like it's just like basic instruction on how to like live like a decent life. And it kind of like it has like certain symbols and stuff that you're supposed to meditate upon. And it's a very mystical book because it doesn't make sense why it does what it does, but when you read it and you kind of you read it again and you read it again, you start to it gives you like it changes your consciousness. So it's like a fucking it's a weird book, man. And like the only like
It's
you
like
have
an
to
Okian.
kind of yes, yeah, yeah, very much.
I wouldn't recommend an Okian to everybody, just people that are ready for it, because I feel like it changes your life circumstances too. I noticed when I was doing that, because I was like, oh, let me just do it. Just focus on the basic work. You get into an Okian fucking later.
Yeah. The Ars Notoria, it's not as intense as the Enochian system, but it certainly it makes you like a it gives you like IQ points. But
Makes you
yeah,
smarter.
basically, yeah, man. But that's what Enochian kind of does that too, because when you know more, like there's kind of like when you know more things, when you have more knowledge, like you're more aware of how like you're more aware of certain things. With awareness comes a lot of pain. So there's a trade off, man.
Suffering of being awake in a world full of NPCs.
That's what the abyss is. The abyss is like an extended dark night of the soul, where it's like you're shrouded in. It's weird, man. Shrouded like with
What up, Dane?
hello. Hey Dane, is that Vinny? Chilling and killing.
Oh, hey, Vinny.
What's up, Vinny? What are we doing over here? Talking about wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing. I just got to my. What are you doing? What are you doing? Virginia. I'm going snowboarding, bitches. That's fucking dope. Oh, yeah. Good
Is
shit.
snowboarding easier than skiing? I feel like it is, but some people say it's just a different technique.
Oh boy. The waterfall. No, man. Waterfall. Just chilling, hanging out. Fucking,
There's a Law of One meetup in Florida on January 26th. It's like a Sunday. Uh, I debated driving by to pick you up if you're interested, Jeff.
what happened?
Just like hang out for a day.
When?
Sunday the 26th of January.
Okay. That sounds cool. Oh, yeah, dude. Then you got me a book.
What's it called?
It's it's the PGM, the Greek Magical Papyri. The PGM, the Greek
Oh,
Magical Papyri. Fucking fucking the Greek Magical Papyri is fucking crazy, dude. It's like it's legit, very legit. Damn, it's like fucking. It's storming outside, man. Greco-Egyptian papyri. Yeah, that system. That system is like really cool, man. Like the Greek Magical Papyri is fucking sick. Thanks, man. Holy shit, dude. It's like fucking storming outside. Doing the Lord's work. Oh, I got a book earlier about the Psalms. Like the Psalms are like fucking magical little things you can do.
yeah, I'd love to work with them more. I know I got a little book on it too, but I know we were looking it up one night, all these other books that talk about each of the verses and what you can use them in a magical way.
It's funny because both of them had not had that on their mind. But here's the thing that lies.
I'm still on the thing. Oh boy. Let's do a tarot spread. Do the 8 obelisks of Thoth. You have to cut these up into the major and the lesser kind of Psalm 91 and 118. Read those aloud.
Hey, let me go get my book.
I have to split up these tarot cards into the lesser and major. Nothing. 120 over 90? That's like
All right.
regular blood pressure.
Psalms 91.
Yeah.
All right. So it goes. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that filleth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall by thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habituation.
Thank you.
There shall be no evil before thee, neither
Thank
shall
you.
any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear upon thee their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon a lion, adder, the young lion, and the dragon shalt thou transform under feet, because he hath set his love upon me.
That's all about the holy
Therefore
guardian
I will
angel.
deliver him, and I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and shew him my salvation.
Yeah, dude, that's like a holy
That's a
guardian
lot.
angel.
But
That
what's with killing people? He said, Thou shalt fall at my side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not be come thee night. 10,000 at your right hand. What does that mean?
10,000 probably just means a lot. Angels.
Not people, not like 10,000 intentions toward the right hand path versus the left hand path?
Well, right hand is generative. I think it seems to mean like your obstacles.
The right hand is the positive, right? And then the left hand is negative, right?
Yeah.
So in magic, we follow partly left hand slash middle way.
Yeah.
Like when you say to people, what path do you follow? You say left hand or right hand.
I don't. I don't follow either. Like I definitely don't adhere to what's commonly referred to as left hand path shit, but like also I don't know. I don't really say. I don't. It's a discussion that's like deeper than just like left hand, right hand path. But yeah, the right hand means it's the generative hand. Everything because it's ruled by the left hemisphere of the brain. So it's masculine. And then the left hand is feminine. And you can see that in the left hand path like of demonic shit. It's like receptivity of like demons and shit.
Which
Um,
path is wisdom, the left or the right?
both.
Which one's the subconscious? Which one's the unconscious?
Uh, the right hand path is subconscious. The left hand path is the unconscious because that's where the monsters dwell. They dwell in the abyss, in the abode.
So isn't like this life like choosing whether you're gonna follow, your subconscious or your conscious, or mixing them both?
But the knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel is like the the it's the merging of your subconscious with your waking awareness.
So doing the work of knowledge and conversation is the merging of the two.
Yeah, bringing your subconscious to your conscious awareness, like at all times, like you're walking around daily awareness, and that's that's where you want to be.
Did you get new cards?
Yeah,
What's this deck?
just called the Gold Foil Tarot, but they're cool because on each card it gives you what planet it's associated with. It gives you the yes or no because each card is associated with a yes or a no, so you can use them for that. It has the explanation of what it means and shit, reversed and regular, and then it has like what chakras it's associated with.
Did you pick that or you got that as a gift?
No, yeah, I got this. I got it for
Did you get
like
any Christmas gifts?
I got socks and like underwear and shit.
What'd you get, Vinny?
Left is understanding and right is wisdom. Both can lead to gnosis. That's what. Yeah, and also what's funny is like left is understanding. It's bina, uh, and then the right is wisdom, which is hakma. Hakma means wisdom in Hebrew.
In the law of one, fourth density is the the density of love and understanding, and then fifth density is wisdom, and in sixth density it's the mix between enough love and enough wisdom. It's the balance.
I think, yeah, understanding could be like associated with love. What the fuck? Yes.
But I've got Psalms 118 open. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, because his mercy endureth forever. Let Israel now say that his mercy endureth forever. Let the house of Aaron now say that his mercy endureth forever. Let them now fear the Lord, say that his mercy endureth forever. I call upon the Lord in distress. The Lord answered to me and set me in a large place. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do unto me? The Lord taketh my part with them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me. It is better to trust the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust the Lord than to put confidence in princes. All nations compassed me about, but into the name of the Lord I will destroy them. They compassed me about, Yah, they compassed me about, but the name of the Lord I will destroy them. They compassed me about like bees. They quenched as the fire of thorns. For in the name of the Lord I will destroy them. Thou hast trust sore at me, that I might fall, but the Lord helped me. The Lord is my strength and song. It has become my salvation. The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacles of the righteous. The right hand of the Lord doeth villainy. The right hand of the Lord is exalted by the right hand of the Lord doeth villainy. I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. The Lord hath chastened me sore, but hath not given me into death. Open me to the gates of the righteousness. I will go into them, and I will praise the Lord. The gate of the Lord into which the righteousness shall enter. I will praise thee, for thou hast heard me, and the art became my salvation. The stone which the builders refused has become the headstone of the corner. This is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. This is the day which the Lord hath made me. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Serve now, I beseech thee, O Lord, I beseech thee, and send now prosperity. Blessings be, he hath cometh in the name of the Lord. We have blessed you to out the house of the Lord. God is the Lord, which hath showed us light, but bind the sacrifice with cords, even unto the horns of the altar. Thou art my God, and I will praise thee. Thou art my God, I will exalt thee. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, and his mercy endureth forever. That thing about the cornerstones, I thought Masons, you know, had this sacrifice thing where they always put a dead body at the cornerstone,
Yeah,
and like they're talking about killeth something, put it at the end of the cornerstone. No, it lives there, and it is the house spirit now. Something like that.
that's how you create a tulpa.
Is that what they're talking about? What do you know about tulpas?
Exactly what you just said. That's what a tulpa is. It's a house spirit from the dead body of someone that was in the foundation.
But also in the Bible, they do talk about like buildeth your foundational house on a rock. If you have a dead body under the house, is that foundation going to still be solid, or are there ways to make it solid still?
It's it depends on whose skeleton you have. Like uh the Skull and Bone Society, they get together and have parties and drink they drink out of like skulls of the skulls of like fucking
Dead members.
Geronimo. I
Hmm.
like they have the skull of Geronimo.
Who's that?
Uh, he's a famous Native American chief of a tribe.
Okay.
They went and stole his skeleton, and they drink, but they do like the Skull and Bone Society. They fucking, I guess that's a thing they do. Like they go and they raid like old cemeteries and get like the skulls of like ancient or old like fucking wise people, and they they drink out of their skulls and shit. Um, but like if I guess you had like I don't know the you know a great it would probably Vinny said it's a sacred psalm to the Masons. Well, maybe it's sacred because like oh yeah, the chief that stood against General Custer. Yeah. So like if you have the bones of like a great a great general or a fucking you know what I mean, like what if you had the bones of like Jesus Christ? Yeah, like there's some pretty high electromagnetic frequency in that that is still magic, even though you know it's just bones.
Right.
It's pretty powerful, uh, and it gives the foundational thing like a tulpa or a house spirit, and it's like a piece of that person that is left behind on the earthly plane. It's like creating an egregore. That's what a tulpa is. It's an egregore of a dwelling place.
So you're picking cards, sorting them.
Yeah, you sort them into the 2 through 10s, the aces, the court cards, and then the major arcana of the 22. Yeah, the Jews and the Muslims fight over the bones of like conquerors and kings and shit. So do Christians. My friend, yeah, Holy Wars. Yeah, dude. My friend Styx, man, she would tell me about uh she had a lot of like.
Have you heard from her lately?
No, I think something happened to her or something, man. Other sages have been murdered. Well, fucking. That's why you have wards in place. I don't think I don't think the sages of the past really fucked. I don't know what they fucked around with, but I don't know if they had wards in place where they would make sure that if they got capped, uh, like there'd be a curse upon the families of those that were involved and all that type of stuff. Because and that's like a left, like I was saying earlier, it's deeper than left and right hand path. Like for me, because I have wards in place for myself. Like some if I get fucked with, if someone tries to do something to me, I have wards set up where like they die, like they get attacked and their family gets attacked too. Because like if you, I'll kill your like if it was like legal, I would kill someone's whole entire family if they fucked with me, dude. I don't care. So it's kind of like that. So like I'm not afraid to do like black magical spells, and in fact, I have them set up like that. I'm not like I'm not afraid to wield power like that. A lot of this stuff is generational, not on your children, but your soul. Yeah. I wonder if we've been traversing this plane over and over again.
Definitely.
Do what?
Definitely. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, it's fun. We have a good time here. It'd be cool to meet. Have you ever heard of you've heard of Saint Germain, right? Saint Germain.
Yeah. I think what's his name? David Miller works with him a lot.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he mentions him like all the time.
Evidently, like it's Saint Germain's like it's a real guy that's been around like forever. It doesn't die.
It's probably a lot of saints like that. but he's a popular one.
That's pretty awesome. That would probably be pretty sweet to. We are remembering.
Yeah, I feel like this is just we already died and we went to re-experience the life. I feel like there's an inner earth people that they can live longer. Like when you get in your later years, you go into inner earth and you live hundreds of years. Like there's some truth in that TV show or book series, the Lord of the Rings, where at the end they go and take the ship to Middle Earth. They get off of Middle Earth and they go to heaven to live longer. I think you can do that.
The Nazis were doing a lot of research with underground tunnel systems in Tibet and all over the earth, actually.
There's definitely a society down there, or generations of different societies all over.
It's fucking crazy, dude. And now there's just like UFOs all over the place. You know,
That
people are
died
saying,
down pretty quick, though. You heard that? How about those drones or whatever in New Jersey?
bro, they called them drones. They were like UFOs in the sky, dude. And they were like, oh, look at the drones.
I think they were both. They were a mix.
It's fucking crazy, man.
I think they sent drones to look at the UFOs, but then people started seeing the drones more than the UFOs.
I don't know, man.
That's all a psyop, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Just something to they had to have something in between the weeks before Christmas to have
Mm-hmm.
on the news to just push in people's faces.
Yeah, dude. Well, they have to justify their existence. Also, it is newsworthy. If everyone's just seeing UFOs like appear in the sky, and yeah, people are sending drones and shit. But like, what started it off was like UFOs in the sky. Um, which I think is like kind of crazy, dude.
I think it's our own UFOs, though,
Yeah,
which is mental.
like it's obviously United States aircraft, dude.
People are talking about it's going all over the world too. Like other places in the world are experiencing this same phenomenon.
There's also Project Bluebeam, where the United States was successful at like producing visions of the Virgin Mary in the sky in like other parts of the world using holographic technologies we have. Like they could cast like a signal from an airship or aircraft carrier like to large pieces of land of like different things in the sky because of the HARP system, all those antennas they have in like Alaska and all over Greenland and shit.
Yeah.
Um, Evidently, it's fucking like they could fake an alien invasion if they wanted to.
That's what I was talking to one guy about this a couple weeks ago, and the way he described it is this like drone situation that just starts, a conversation of like getting people desensitized to it, and then it only happens on the coasts or something, and then he was talking about how they are planning this invasion, but it's gonna last like a day or a week. It's gonna be over and done really quick. Like we beat the aliens. Like we Earthlings without technology to fly to other countries and planets beat an alien civilization that tried to invade us, and then we're gonna try to like unite the media under like a one world government. Like you're gonna see the president come out talk about the alien war and how we beat them, and it's gonna be some like one of that movie back in the day with Will Smith, uh, where they
Independent.
they beat the aliens. It's gonna be like that, the Independence Day for America or the whole world,
I think
But essentially, it's a distraction.
I think the populace is too apathetic. Like if there was like an alien war, everyone would be like, "Cut the shit, cut the shit, you fucking idiots. We can't pay our light bill."
We were also mentioning that when we went to the moon back in the day, soon as they landed, they found like this weird sheet of ice on the moon, which would indicate a solar flash happens every now and then. Because how is ice built up around the moon if it didn't come from the sun and heat up real quickly? And they said they were able to mathematically predict when this happens based off the layers of ice around the moon. So they say that the like NASA and everyone knows like when the sun is gonna like micronova again, and they're just keeping us all distracted, and they're playing this alien card before most of us are wiped out in the harvest.
In the harvest,
I mean,
yes.
harvest is now like we're in the apocalypse, like the coming to Jesus. That's why we incarnated. I feel like Revelations is happening now, but it's just a very strange way. It's different. You don't feel like you're living in Revelations?
No, bro.
No.
There's nothing new under the sun, man. I genuinely believe that. There's nothing to reveal, man.
Yeah, well, we should definitely not be waiting to think that there's aliens or more are gonna come down. I feel like that's the new Jesus apocalypse. Like instead of waiting for Jesus, we're waiting for aliens to make contact when they can't break free will, so that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, there's no aliens that are. It's demons. Aliens are demons, dude.
They come from inside the earth, our waters. But it's cool now that they have the drone technology that can actually, they have drones that can swim inside of water and come outside of water.
There's there's drones that can go into the water.
Yeah, that's what people were filming them come in and out of the water in New Jersey. They're just waterproof drones.
Yeah, drones are gay as fuck, dude. There's no like, there's no like drama with them. There's because completely takes like the fun and humanity out of like exploration. They're boring.
Yeah, I remember watching Star Stargate Universe, and that was the first time I ever seen a drone, and they had these little flying things that they sent in the portal, like to check out the planet and get, data on it, like breathings and stuff before they went in through the portal. And I was just kind of mind blown. I was like, wow. And ever since then, they slowly become more in the consciousness.
Drone technology is talked about in Project Northwoods, which is like from 1965, and it was a proposal to President Kennedy to fake an invasion of like by Cuba and remote control, put up like remote control drone 747s and uh, have them taken out, and then say a bunch of fake people died and shit. So that's the foundation of where like the 9/11 conspiracy theories come from.
We haven't
Project
had a 9/11 in like 12 years.
20 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. 24, maybe. But something like that's bound to happen again, you know, on the Roman circus, as they play this news story. There's going to be something big that's got to happen eventually. Nothing big's happened since then, I feel like. There was COVID, but something else.
What's up, Vinny? Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, we just went through the COVID thing. Fucking Joe Biden's presidency was fucking insane. Like the past 4 years, they would just like drag like a corpse on stage, and he'd be like, "Whoa, fucking,
Do it. You should go too. I think
that's
not
awesome."
much is going to happen. I think the big stuff's going to happen on like the official, like around January 6th when they officialize it, the vote and by Senate and Congress. But I saw they were making all sorts of changes for the inauguration. They think it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, man.
Why do you say that? You think something's going to happen? It'd be a whole lot of nothing.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The inauguration day, dude. I mean, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go just because it's gay. Fucking like being around a bunch of it's just like a bunch of it's a bunch of people, man. Yeah, it's like that sucks. Fucking it'd be fun to like have like an explosion happen like when you're fucking surrounded by like 1,000 people.
It's be like tens of thousands.
Yeah, that sucks. You're sitting there just thinking like, God damn, wouldn't it be fucking sweet if like if the president got shot right about now? Like, holy shit, I'm fucking gonna this is fucking horrible.
I wouldn't be surprised though. Like my mind wouldn't be like, "Oh, didn't see anything like this happening."
I think there should be like duels to the death, like physical fights between uh can- candidates. It'd be funnier, dude.
Like that TV show or movie where this guy went into the future and everyone was dumb and
Oh yeah,
Samuel
idiocracy.
someone yeah, Idiocracy, yeah.
When you said you genuinely scared. It wouldn't even be funny. It'd be like it actually would be funny to see Donald Trump beat up President Biden because like Biden as he is right now, he's really like a guy like he doesn't know where he's at. Like he doesn't have any muscle coordination. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, man. Everybody's being recorded 24/7 their phone.
Yeah. I seen
So
this video the other day. People put this little plastic piece over in front of their camera, but then he just changed in the settings. He went and like coded the camera to show a different view, and it showed like his whole body. It's like you could see everything in the room through plastic. So like they can definitely see.
Yeah, man. Everything you say and do is like, it's all recorded and into. It's not like someone's actually listening. They do have an AI that listens and shit. I hope there's I hope something happens on the 6th. Big ass bomb. A nail bomb. We need some goddamn excitement in this fucking over here. The whole world's at war except us. We're we a bunch of pussies.
We're funding it.
Fucking. It's incredible what the like what Edward Snowden released. I don't think anyone ever. A lot of people didn't read like what he released. Actually, everyone
It
just
was a lot. It was an
yeah,
info
dude.
dump.
Operation Prism. It what he revealed. Like you had to read. It was a lot, man.
Sounds
Donald
like a
Trump.
slave job.
Donald Trump is a yeah. He's a man, dude.
I honestly didn't think he was gonna win, but I'm grateful for it.
It was obvious he.
Well, I was looking at it from a numerology perspective because he's born in the year of the dog, and it's the year of the dragon. So, like, if the dog won the race, it would be really difficult, and or it might not be the luckiest presidency to step into. Like something's gonna happen, but who knows?
Donald Trump has stepped. He in order to course correct what he's going to do, it's going to take a lot of work. Yeah. It's not going to be fun.
I think what they were saying, it's gonna be like funded by citizens too, in a sense. Like it's not tax, but it's gonna be privately funded. All these new things that they're wanting to implement to like check regulations, and I think they were talking about they would just hire a bunch of lawyers. They found out how to get past lobbyists and how to get lobbyists to fuck off. If you just hire enough lawyers and indict them with paperwork, the lobbyists have a really hard time doing their job, but it costs other lawyers and separate money to go pay lawyers to stop lobbyists.
If anyone wants to change anything, they have to start doing stuff at their local their local levels. Get involved with local local politics.
Communities,
Yeah, dude.
politics, yeah.
And because yeah, no one looks at politics and thinks that they could be a part of that, or really it's not like taught to you in school. Hey, you could go work in Washington D.C. and fucking represent your community, and also get paid a lot of money, like from lobbyists, to like do so. No one tells you don't get told that in school, but the political class is like, dude, they get if you. I mean, that's what's kind of wrong with the picture, but fucking no one pushes kids into civic duty either, though. Because if regular people started giving a shit about like the republic, like their republic rights, like fucking start like voting in just regular ass people that aren't being funded by big corporations and shit.
Starts by being that guy at your local HOA meeting.
That's what it is. It's a giant blackmail operation, man. Yeah, dude.
You just got to air out your dirty laundry first.
Yeah, man. Or not have any. I mean, you have to have actual moral, responsible people if you want to have a republic, dude.
They probably created the blackmail to a degree too. They paid the situation to happen.
Yeah. Well, those Diddy party things were like they were honey traps, like for operations, blackmail operations, man.
Same with Epstein.
Yeah, Epstein too.
That's why they had to shut it down because it's like, oh, they could blackmail all these people that are popular and get the names out.
And the lobbyists are insane. Yeah, dude. That's fucking crazy, man. They're good guys. Nice people. I had a friend that worked for a lobbyist. That'd be fun to work for the dark side for a little while. Fucking make a bunch of money and shit.
I hear people have built AI now where you can just buy whatever your local congressman or senator is buying.
Oh, that's sick. That's
So
awesome.
you sell when they sell, buy when they buy,
Yeah,
just
dude.
make hella money.
Fuck yeah, man.
I don't know
fucking.
enough about crypto, but I've been getting been pushed to look into what do you call it, XRP. It's like all over my media, but I don't even look at crypto.
It's all a big scam, dude.
So they entice people with food, the lobbyists. You went to a ball?
Hell yeah. In the on the second floor, they're serving children.
If they banned lobbyists, the world would be a different place, but could lobbyists also are positive in a sense. They can be, but they need to be regulations for lobbyists.
Yeah, they don't compete. Yeah, they don't. They don't compete. The
I gotta
money
get
is
more water.
fucking money.
Be right back.
All right, money is
I'm still
inside.
listening.
The amount being. Yeah, dude, it's kind of sickening. The amount of money being thrown around is insane.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they need the vice, is what they need. Fucking, they like Washington D.C. is like, yeah, dude. They they find out what you're into and they honeypot you into things. They're good. They're good people.
I'm going to DC Tuesday. Damn. The fuck? That's awesome, man.
What's with all this travel, Vinny?
Yeah. Fucking. You're like here, there, everywhere. Fucking. Nice. All right, guys, I gotta go to bed. Fucking.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Appreciate you hanging out.
Yeah. I gotta go to fucking Matt's like funeral thing tomorrow, man. Like, then
Yeah, get some
8
sleep.
8 a.m. Fuck, man.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Yeah, it was cool hanging out with y'all, though.
Bye.
All right, man. Peace.